Ryan Garcia insulted Gervonta Tank Davis's last opponent, and he's heard these insults. Now, Pitbull Cruz has finally responded to Ryan Garcia. Stay tuned to this video. You don't want to miss it. We're going to talk about that coming soon. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Listen, I don't know how you found my video here on YouTube, but please help others find the content by throwing a like on the video. It's free, it's quick, it's painless, it's simple, and it goes a long way. Reach one, teach one. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis, he goes the distance for the second time in his career, this time against a very game, very tough fighter out of Mexico, Pitbull Cruz. And in this particular fight with Pitbull Cruz, Tank, he picked up an injury and he hurt his hand. And it was a good fight. You know, it was a solid fight. Pay-per-view, very fun, back and forth. What more can you ask for? So all in all, people were left entertained with the Tank Davis fight, but one person who seemingly wasn't that impressed was Ryan Garcia. After the fight, Ryan Garcia, he did what Ryan Garcia has been known to do, and he takes to what made him, in other words, famous or popular, social media. Ryan Garcia went on social media, and he was saying basically bad things, indirectly insulting Pitbull Cruz, right? Here's the tweet. Here's one of them. In this barrage of tweets that he was meaning to offend Tank Davis and clout chase, Ryan Garcia says, Gervonta Tank Davis, he gets away with fighting C-level fighters. Out of all the lightweights, he's the weakest. So I don't know if he's saying that Cruz is the weakest, or he's trying to allude to Tank Davis as the weakest. Either way, it sounds pretty foolish given the actual fight that we've seen. I mean, both guys put on a tremendous effort, and both I think it's the type of fight where neither guy's stock really dropped. Right? I know the haters could say, oh, Tank didn't get the knockout and he was exposed and stuff like that. But those are the usual suspects, the bigots and the racists in boxing and things like that. Real boxing fans have an appreciation for how Tank boxed. And Cruz showed he was, just there to win. And he did better than people thought. So I don't know what Ryan meant by this, but he says, Gervonta gets away with fighting C-level fighters. Out of all the lightweights, he's the weakest. So he's either talking about Tank's the weakest, or he's saying Cruz is the weakest. Probably, I guess, Tank, but I mean, that sounds bizarre and ludicrous to say out of all the fighters, including yourself, Tank is the weakest, but whatever. His toughest test was Leo Santa Cruz. Almost lost tonight. Bring it on. I've been calling you out for a while, ... So to me, this was a L, and this is a bad look because we're entering this space where if promoters can't sell their own show, or there's not too much buzz and build up, then it's just like when in doubt, clout chase somebody or something, an entity, a person, a fighter, whatever, that is popping. And that's what you're seeing. Like Ryan Garcia is recovering. Last time we checked, recovering from a hand surgery and injury. How is he saying anything when he sat 11 months out of this year? You know, Lomachenko has a fight coming up and no one's really talking about it. And conveniently, the day before his fight, he mentions Gervonta Tank Davis. So you guys see the trend. You guys see the pattern. Anywho, Pitbull Cruz he's a likable guy, and he's doing his rounds. A lot of fans are showing him love and things like that. And he responded to Ryan Garcia, right? This is what he had to say. So Pitbull Cruz says, Ryan, he is free to express himself however he wants. I have nothing to say about him outside of the ring, but all he has to do is call my promoter, so call Sean Gibbons, and tell me where to sign, and I'd go to the patio of his house to fight him without a problem. So this is what Cruz said to Boxeo Mundial. He said, silly fighters who are champions of social networks. So he doing those little slide disses. He said, Cruz says, silly fighters, they're champions of social networks who dedicate themselves to uploading videos for their channels. We just demonstrated to them that we are fighters who, regardless of the anticipation time, did not refuse the opportunity. So meaning he didn't even have full time because he was the B-side replacement opponent. He wasn't the intended target. So he's saying, regardless of the anticipation, well, I'm stumbling on that word. I don't know why I'm tripping. Regardless of the anticipation time, we did not refuse this opportunity, meaning with Tank Davis, and we put up a great fight. We fought the 135-pound champion who they said was invincible. We endured it for an entire 12 rounds, and I think I'm ready for whoever. He said, I'm ready for the glass jaw Ryan. So he called Ryan Garcia Glass Jaw. I'm just reading it for the first time. So that's funny. So you're getting my live reaction. So he says, I am ready for whatever, ready for the glass jaw Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Vasyl Lomachenko, George Kambosos. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, how can you not like this dude, Isaac Cruz? So big future. He's only like 23 years old, and he gained a lot of experience because I know Tank was hitting him hard, and he was in there and for 12 rounds. So this Tank told you post-fight. He said a star is born. He said even though he didn't come out with the victory, tonight a star was born. And I agree. You know, Tank is getting that kind of star power and that Mayweather effect where you could just fight, and if you hold a good account of yourself, you don't do like Victor Ortiz versus Maidana and quit. I don't know, dude. I think I'm too young to be getting beat up like this. You're literally talking to a tree, bro. You know, you can't go out like that. But if you go out like Isaac Cruz, go out to entertain, go out to put on a show, and go out there fearless, and even in the loss, people are going to respect it. And you represented for Mexico, you represent for your culture, you know, so big future. I'm definitely going to be watching his next fight. You know, I think he's deserved that. I don't think he won the fight. That's straight up. You know, I think Tank controlled the fight. I feel the reason we're even having any dialogue is because he didn't get knocked out. You know, people are saying, oh, he didn't get knocked out. And I really feel the fact that Tank hurt his hand because the dude's so durable and tough, and he's shorter, so you punch in a different trajectory and whatnot. I think that all things played out how they were supposed to play out in this given fight. Late replacement, you get through the fight. Tank Davis hurt his hand, you know, and he moves on. Isaac Cruz moves on. But I like him calling out Tank Davis, especially after this showing. I told you in my honest opinion, like, first of all, the great ego Stradamus strikes again. I told you, it's money over here. It's money over here. So you look at the date, December 5th. You look at the time, 11:08. So immediately upon watching Tank Davis and Isaac Cruz, I already had my mind made up, seeing what Ryan was saying, seeing the showing from Tank, seeing the Pitbull Cruz performance, and I posted this tweet December 5th. So the day Tank fought, right after Tank fought, right? 113 likes. Follow me on Twitter at BoxingEgo1. I told you, I would like to see Ryan Garcia versus Pitbull Isaac Cruz, since everyone is now a Pitbull Cruz fan overnight. And since Ryan got so much to say, hashtag LSI, which is my jargon, my acronym, let's see it. And I told you that. Now with Isaac Cruz basically saying not basically, he said it. He said Ryan got a glass chin, a glass jaw, and he's up here posturing on social media. That don't make you a champ. He said, I'll fight him in his backyard, basically. I'll fight him in his patio. So the funny thing is this, and I'm going to be real specific with this point. Ryan is in a predominantly Latino gym. Eddie Reynoso. You see him pictured, he's in Canelo's gym. Canelo and Eddie Reynoso. And the funny thing is you hear Canelo and he's prideful and he's like repping for La Raza. He's repping for his culture, his ethnicity. Cool. No big deal. Ryan Garcia, this is the part that's rather fake about boxing. Ryan Garcia was not getting real acceptance. He doesn't speak Spanish like that. And he was not getting real like respect and acceptance from some of the Hispanic crowd until he teamed up with Eddie Reynoso and Canelo. In addition, Isaac Cruz, after he was the guy that was brought in to replace Rolly, his name was dragged through the mud. And people said, oh, he's a bum, Tank picking another bum and cherry picking. Now, all of a sudden, after Isaac Cruz didn't get knocked out and showed you that he was coming to fight, even in a loss, and was landing some good body shots, things like that, he goes from like 25,000 followers to 166,000 followers. So this is the fake part about the game of boxing. People won't even give you, if you're an Isaac Pitbull Cruz, they won't even give you a chance. And then when you do good for yourself, and it just goes to show you, here in America, people just like winners. It's a great underdog story. A guy who was a late replacement, did get knocked out. He's fun. You know, he's coming to bang. He's coming to fight. He's signed to he's signed to Manny Pacquiao Promotions, and he has a fun style. And now everyone's a fan. I've been a fan of his before the Tank Davis fight, and I told you that this was going to be a difficult fight for Tank Davis, but I had Tank Davis winning, right? So I just want to point out these little idiosyncrasies that I see in the sport of boxing because I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious how fair weather some fans are in the sport of boxing. Gave Isaac Cruz goose egg, 0% chance of rain. They said, oh, he sucks. He's a bum. It's another Tank cherry pick. Mayweather's protecting him. And then now all of a sudden, everybody is in love with Isaac Cruz. So my thing is this. Let me connect the dots for you. Since now Ryan is in a predominantly Hispanic gym, Canelo, Eddie Reynoso, Chepo Reynoso gym, right? And Canelo is real big on Hispanic pride and Latino pride. You notice when a lot of fighters win or have upcoming fights, like Isaac Cruz even, Canelo called him. Canelo called Isaac Cruz and said, good luck on your fight. Even though Tank was trying to wear Canelo's gloves, no boxing, no life, it looked like he was in Isaac Cruz's corner because he gave him some kind of pep talk, right? Teofimo lost to George Kambosos, and then he went on Twitter a day or a few days later. He said Canelo called him and had a chat. And Teofimo Lopez, he's Honduran, right? Same thing with Brian Castano. When Brian Castano had a close fight and didn't get knocked out by Jermell Charlo, and it was a close fight. Some people thought Charlo won. Some people thought Castano won. A guy from Argentina, another Latino fighter, Canelo FaceTimed him and said, good job. I thought you won. Won't. So let me piece this all together for you. The reason I'm saying that is now me, a true boxing fan, I've been telling you I want to see Ryan Garcia versus Pitbull Isaac Cruz. We have all these newfound Pitbull Cruz fans overnight, like I said in my tweet, and Ryan Garcia is saying that Tank is fighting C-level fighters. And then now, as I read the quote, Isaac Pitbull Cruz says, Ryan Garcia, you got a glass jaw, and I'm willing to fight anybody. I'm ready. I'll fight Ryan in his backyard. So let's see if old media pressures this fight. You have Ryan, who I believe he's Mexican American, and you have a hardcore action style out of Mexico in Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who just told the whole world that if Ryan got so much to say, he's not with the silly fighters going on social media. And I just fought Tank, who was supposed to be, invincible, and I went 12 rounds with him. I'm ready for whatever. I'm ready for Glass Jaw Ryan Garcia. So let's see if old media tries to put any pressure on this great Mexican American versus Mexico fight, because I think it'll be a banger. Ryan got power. He got speed. He's doing the Cobra reflex bag, right? Look, he got knockouts, things like that. He's bigger than Isaac Cruz for sure. So let's see, since Ryan Garcia has so much to say about how Tank fought Isaac Cruz, I don't really even care to see Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis straight away, because one, you're coming off a fight with the lesser southpaw and you got dropped, and that was Luke Campbell. And then you took 11 months off, so by the time you're in the ring, you'll be out 12 months. So since everybody's a newfound Isaac Cruz fan, let's see Ryan Garcia speed and size and power versus just a very rugged, like they call him the mini Mexican Mike Tyson, as I told you in my videos. So I can't wait. I think this is a fight to make. And then the funny thing is, as well, is you have Ryan Garcia who's saying, Tank, you fight C+ fighters, so show the whole world what you would do to an Isaac Cruz. And De La Hoya chimed in and was basically gassing up Ryan Garcia to go at Tank. So instead of that clout chase, how about we get this, Latino versus Latino fight, Ryan Garcia versus Cruz, and hype that up, because I think that's a better precursor. Tank Davis, he might mess around and get George Kambosos. He's definitely one of the people in the running. I think they can make a big fight. So since Ryan dipped out of Javier Fortuna, tough fight, Joseph Jojo Diaz, tough fight, why can't we see Ryan Garcia versus Isaac Cruz? Especially when he says, I'll sign right now. You know what I mean? It should be an easy fight to make. Why wouldn't Pacquiao Promotions and Sean Gibbons want to put that together? Ryan Garcia has amassed this 8.7 million followers and all that. And Isaac Cruz got a lot of new fans after the Gervonta fight. So for my 2 cents, that's what I want to see, because I think it's a great stylistic matchup too. Ryan Garcia stopped Luke Campbell with a body shot. Isaac Cruz had vicious body shots, even on Tank, who had a good defense. Let's see that. I think this is the fight that all fans need to pump. Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia, if they don't fight Isaac Cruz, to me, it's just you're using Gervonta Tank Davis's name and you're clout chasing. And it's very hypocritical, because you're also saying that Ryan is saying that Gervonta Davis don't want to fight nobody. So you fight Pitbull Cruz since he's a C-class fighter, and he's now responded to you. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Who would win, Ryan Garcia, Isaac Pitbull Cruz? That's what I want to see in 2022. And I think they could do a great crowd and great, put that in LA. Put that formerly known as the Staples Center at the cryptocurrency arena or whatever, where he was going to fight JoJo. Because but we know how De La Hoya and Golden Boy moves. They'll probably put Ryan Garcia and JoJo Diaz Jr. together, even though Devin Haney just beat JoJo Diaz and his performance was rather abysmal. He didn't really win that many rounds. So why do we need to watch Ryan and JoJo at this point? And a guy is hot off the grill with the Tank fight, gained a lot of fans, and he's now responding to Ryan Garcia. I can't wait. Put pressure on De La Hoya to make the Pitbull Cruz fight. You doing the body shield body shot challenge. Let's see how you fare with them Isaac Cruz body shots. I'm out. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description, customized the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.